Hi, Aubrey.
Hello, Dylan.
How are you?
Living. I'm doing great today. My team
Oh.
won, big game.
Oh,
So,
yeah, sports.
yeah, sport ball. I know. I watch sport
Yeah,
ball.
give us the rundown for the okay, this is sports with Aubrey.
So Michigan Ohio State rivalry game.
Uh-huh.
Huge game. Like we hate each other
Ooh,
type of deal.
okay.
Michigan has not won in the past 9 years.
What's going on with them?
So, well, they won this
Oh,
year.
okay. Woo,
And they
yay.
killed them. But yeah, they were not doing so well. Ohio State they're a really good team. They've been a really good team for a while. But
Ooh,
we won this time and it feels good. That drag is done. We don't have to worry about losing for another year now. And
okay.
we're going for a national championship.
And that has been sports with
Thank
Aubrey.
you. Thank you. I'll be back in 2 weeks.
Oh,
Thanks.
and now for the weather. No.
Gay weather with Dylan Gay.
Oh, yes. Grr.
How have you been? What have you been up to?
Well, you know what's been going on.
Mm. I
Okay.
think, but do the
Well,
listeners?
they're about to. So, you know as well as I do, I'm a time hopper and a job hopper. So,
Yes.
I'm one of those people that's like, if I don't like a place, I've always just been like, peace, or something has happened, or just stuff happens. Employment changes. Um, Most recently, though, I was actually liking this place I was working at. It was kind of cool.
Kind of cool, just kind of.
But stupid things happen, and it was the first time I'd ever been fired from somewhere.
Mm.
I know, I've
Mm.
never been fired from a
How did
place.
that feel?
Weird, I was just so polite, like, I don't know, I was just like, "Oh my god, I've never done this before," and, like, they were like, "Well,
Oh.
this, like, this we hate to do this, but, like, it was, policy." Oh, because okay, what had happened was, there was a sting. It was a setup. Denver police had
Mm-mm.
set up people with like fake IDs and people with underage IDs and things
Mm-mm.
like that. And I was working at this little place and I was in the kitchen at the time because we like rotate positions. And someone had come in and ordered something and I was just, like, okay, yeah. And I relayed the order to someone else. So
Mm-hmm.
they gave that person the ticket and then fired both of us. So sucks.
Yeah.
I'd never been fired though. It was such an experience. I even said to them, I was like, "Well, I just kind of take this as like a societal experience." Like,
Always check IDs, small little things like that. I hate that. I'm
yeah.
sorry. I really hate stings. I really believe that
Well, I
they
mean,
are.
it's just like so funny because I like preach about, not drinking and stuff. And then I end up doing these little jobs where I end up serving and stuff like that just because it's what I know how to do and it's quick, good, fast money.
Yeah.
Um, But then something like that happens, it's like, over checking an ID, and it's like, of all people, me, it's like, it feels just so weird?
Yeah, well, and I mean, the thing is they expect you to check every little piece of, like, that ID, and
Yeah.
I don't know other people who've worked at the airport out there, but let me tell you, if you have time to check every single thing on that ID, you're not working at an airport.
Yeah, it's so crazy how busy it gets at, like, airport bars and restaurants and, like, how much they expect of them, so
Yeah, and then you
it
have
was
people who are
annoying.
like, "Oh, I need to leave in 40 minutes," and you're like,
Yeah.
"Okay, well, cool. I have 10 other people doing the same thing."
Yeah. The whole situation there is just like a time warp, time zone, different place or whatever.
Yeah,
Um,
but is
but
there positivity outside of that?
Yeah, so anyway, they since they gave me the can, I said choo choo and Thomas the engine over to a different place, and I'm gonna be working in the airport again. I'm sorry, I can't get away from airport money.
That's good money, you all.
Oh my god. Okay, just so yeah, I'm gonna give y'all the cheese may. Like the airport money with versus regular, we call it street side serving, which is
Mhm.
just any restaurant that's not in an airport. Um, I'm sure there's other exceptions for other types of concessions and
Mhm.
arena events, but just doing it street side versus airport bartending and serving, the money in airports. Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Get out of street side places and get to
Yeah.
your nearest airport and work there. I've been staring at Aubrey this whole
I'm
time.
working on it. I'm working on going back to the airport.
Yeah,
So,
I mean, that's how me and Aubrey met, working at an airport
yeah.
bar.
And let me just tell you, great time, great money.
Great time, great money. I mean, when you're making money, you're happy. I was pretty depressed at the time of my
I
life.
honestly, that's why I quit. I said I will never work a
Yeah.
job like this again for that kind of money. But now I'm kind of like, I need the money.
Yeah, it's good when you limit your time there.
Yeah.
'Cause it's like one of those things where when you're there 5 days a week and it's very fast paced and very quick, very expensive. Um, but when you're in it, what was I saying?
When you're in like working at the restaurant, the money.
Yeah. Yeah, the money is great. Like, I would say, like, I would work my ass off working street side and come home with, like, maybe, like, $250 and feel so good about it.
Mm-hmm.
But, like, when you're at the airport, you bring home, like, $700 and feel like, "Oh, that was the best night, man."
Yeah.
Like, that was a good night.
I need to go back
Yeah.
soon enough. Well,
Yeah.
I'm glad you're getting another job. I'm glad you're not.
Yeah. I have to pay the bills. I'm trying to, do it somehow, but
Amen.
it's so funny. I don't know. It's not funny.
We're all just trying to pay bills here, and we're
Yeah,
all just
just trying to
stuck in this
survive.
lower middle class.
I literally, like, when I go into work these jobs, I literally, like, turn on a switch where I'm just like, I can't let any of this information flood my brain,
Mm-mm.
all of my knowledge, all of my wisdom, all of my patience, all of my, morals internally. I can't let it suck that out of me. So I just kind of go and put it on pause for a second and just go into this like autopilot kind of like friendly, let's get a job done and go home kind of deal.
Mm-hmm.
And I try not to scratch the surface too much and let people know too much. And that's what it is.
I'm not that way. I'm like, all right, first day. Who wants to know who I am? Talk to
Right.
me.
Well, I have this thing about me where I feel like I'm like mysterious, but I tell people a lot, but I tell them certain things.
Mm.
And I love to keep an aura of mystery.
You're like, I need people to know different things every day.
Yeah, it's
They need to learn
part of my
something
shtick.
new. I love it.
Yeah, just kind of you got to leave people with a little mystery of like certain aspects of your life. And that's the fun part about life and opening up and like learning about different people's energies and what you can share with
Mm.
different people because you can choose different people in your life to work through different parts of yourself and explore different parts of yourself exclusively with that person. And I always thought growing up that kind of made me a flake, but I think that's actually it's kind of like just relating to someone in a way, in a different way.
Well,
And then
everyone has their thing that they're good at, their thing that they're good at telling people or teaching
yeah.
people, and
And some of it you can't say. It's like an energy. It's like
yeah.
it's like certain things you can do and say with certain people and little inside jokes you end up creating in those little relationships. Am I just describing a relationship with a person?
You just slowly tell them more and more about yourself. Kind of.
Yeah. But you can change that to
Well,
different people.
no, and I get it because you're like, I mean, I feel like I wouldn't go to like specific people about like a problem in my life if it had to do with like LGBTQ things. Like, I would not
Right.
go to like some straight person and be like,
Yeah,
hey,
you're not going to Sister Sally for
uh-uh.
questions, about anal lube.
I don't know. Sister Sally might know.
She might have the best.
Sister Sally's anal lube brought to you by.
The sober gay.
Can you imagine? Oh, there goes my
Oh, your mic just said, "Bye, girl. I can't endorse this anymore. I'm not listening to this shit anymore."
Excuse me, don't talk about anal on the show.
I know these are good Christian microphones.
Praise the Lord. So tell me then, I need to know.
Okay.
Well, first of all, we're asking questions to each other.
Okay. Oh yeah, we are
I
gonna do
want
that.
I want to know.
Okay, you're
What
starting.
have you not told me?
What have I not told you?
Yeah, what's something that you have not said to me or like you kept a mystery for me? Ooh.
I would say, okay.
I get to learn something new too.
Okay, let's see. I would say something that you don't know. I feel like there's
Do
a
I know a
lot
lot
of
of
things.
things?
I feel like you do know a lot of things. I feel like there's a lot of things like you're someone I feel like that's on like on the inner circle of my life because it kind of webs out. And I feel like
Gotcha.
there's a certain point where there's like if I was to go any deeper on this show, it's beyond the web at that point.
Heard.
Unless you want me
Okay.
to spill a secret on air.
Oh, I don't know. Do we want to spill a secret on air, Dylan?
um,
How are you feeling about that?
I don't know. Let's
Why
see.
don't you ask me a question and then we'll let you
We'll
think about
circle
it?
back.
Yeah, we'll circle back if you feel
Okay.
comfortable. If not, I'll have to come up with something different.
Okay. Okay, my question for you, my first question is, what is your definition of true love?
Oh, true love. um, I don't. That's such a hard thing to answer because I feel like love is dependent on the person you're with, and each person that you're with is gonna love in a different way. So, like, true love to me is just, I guess, being able to love the person no matter what it is that they are doing, going through, blah 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 blah, and you're that's true love. You'll take anything for what it is and learn to work with it.
It's kind of like back to that energy thing, like where there's different energies, people love differently as well.
Yeah.
And it's almost like, and this is where I'm a monogamous person, but I also understand polyamorous relationships so much because you want to share those energies with different
Mhm.
people, and who's to say you should limit that to one other person? So
Well,
I
and
totally understand.
I
I
think
could
that
get it.
there's like an emotional energy and then there's the sexual energy, and I think both of those and I do believe that sex can be had without love. Like I do
Yeah.
believe that that's a thing, and I think that like sometimes like your partner might not be able to give you the thing that you need, and being able to open up that relationship not only allows you to trust that person a little bit more, but allows you to trust each other in like what you're doing, and knowing that like yeah, he might not be able to satisfy you or they might not be able to satisfy you in that way, but you can also go to this other person and be like, "Hey, I need this as well."
And if there was like if that was openly communicated, I feel like that would be the solution or that they could come to and that, you know what I mean? It could be talked about.
Yeah.
I never understood why cheating like was always the end all be all. And I mean, I shouldn't say I never understood because there was a time in my life where I was just so like I just did everything like the way I thought everything should be done, and I would be like, "Oh, they cheated. I'm so hurt, and I'm so betrayed, and
Yeah.
blah blah blah." But when you grow, you learn different things about different people, and I never at that point I didn't understand why there was so much hatred towards people that would cheat because I'm like, wow, everyone makes mistakes in their life. Why is it when it becomes a sexual mistake or a I shouldn't say sexual mistake, but you get what I'm saying. Like it's like when it becomes like that line or whatever is crossed, it's like the end all.
Yeah, people think that they and I get it, like there is obviously some sort of extra pull when you have sex, and I get that. There is some sort of extra emotion behind that. And I think some people think so far into it of like, oh my gosh, they're sharing themselves with someone else, like their
Yeah.
whole selves, when it's really kind of like they don't even know who I am necessarily. I might just be sleeping with
I
them.
think that comes down a lot to the ego and ownership of another human being,
Mhm.
and that's your property, and that's your person, and
Mhm.
mothers kind of do that with sons sometimes. You see it, you know what I
I
mean?
think
Like
all parents, I mean, they
yeah,
have a
and dads
possessive
with daughters, and they thems, and yeah, all in between.
they really like to hold on to like controlling people, and I think that's a lot of our issues is we like to like be like, "Oh, you can't do that because I don't want you to."
Yes, I think that is a lot of what happened in my childhood. There was a lot of like, you shouldn't do that, you shouldn't do this, and I always would wonder why can't I do this and that. And now that I'm older, it's like, well, this and that I couldn't do because they couldn't do, or
Mhm.
they never didn't have the chance to, or something like that.
Mhm. I remember there was this time I had a friend that I hung out with all the time, and my parents told me, they were like, "No, you actually can't hang out with them anymore." And I was like, "Why?" And for them, he was a bad kid. And that's what they saw in them, and they didn't want me hanging out with that. For me, it was like, "Well, this is my choice, and if I want to hang out with someone, why are you stopping me? Like that's who I am."
Yeah, and that's one thing that's like,
Sorry, parents.
no, yeah, ooh. A lot of our parents' generation didn't like fully grasp that whole like when they would think we're sneaking around or doing this, it's just letting us get our character development and just release the grips a little
Right.
bit, like people are going to do what they want to do, and that's going to be end point blank period. People are going to do what they want to do.
Yeah, I
And
truly believe that people, no matter what you say, it's kind of like that. Like when people say, "Oh, don't touch that piece of paper,"
mm,
people are like, "Okay, now I
mm.
really want to fucking touch that piece of paper."
Yeah, anytime you add the word "don't do this," you add an allure to it, like a temptation.
Well, it's drugs and alcohol. Think about it. Don't smoke weed. It's illegal. Don't do these things. It's illegal. That just causes people to want to use these things because
right.
they're like, "Oh, it's something that. Why can't I use it? Why shouldn't I use it?"
Yeah. Why am I lighting my grandparents' cigarette on the stove?
Mhm. Oh god, I don't miss those days.
Oh my god, I love. Here it is. Get as many puffs as you could before you hand it over.
Ah,
I'll get it
no.
for you right away.
Why do you smell like smoke?
Oh, it was just all in the house. I used
Ah.
to go through the cigarette or the ashtrays and pick out all the butts and take them into the bathroom and just chain smoke. 10 years
Mm,
old, 9 years old. I was young.
Dylan. I see
Oh,
it.
I love
I see
what
it.
they smoked in the house. So
You had it around you. You're just like it's there. Why not? Why
yeah,
not do
you could
it?
if you could just go in the bathroom and no one's gonna question why the house smells like smoke. People are
Mhm.
walking around with cigarettes everywhere.
Mhm.
Pretty much everyone in my family smoked at that time. It was when I was living in with my like full dad side of the family. So like dad, stepmom, stepbrother, stepsister, brother.
Oh
And
my
they
god.
were older than me and I was living in the den. I never really had a bedroom until I was like 13. um
Oh.
but I was living in the den at this place, and like pretty much everyone smoked because they were at like that point like 16.
Mhm.
My stepbrother and stepsister are twins, so my brother is only like 1 year behind them, so it was like 15, 16s, and then me, like young one, and they were all smoking, and it was okay. So I mean, little Dylan.
It's okay if I
I'm just
smoke.
gonna take them all here and just smoke them too.
I
So
love that.
it's hard to get away from cigarettes for me. That's one of the things that I think is just always gonna haunt me, is like nicotine and smoking. I love like just like that
But you love
sensation.
drinking too,
I did love drinking.
and you got
I
away from
know.
it.
You're right. I do want to conquer it.
Yeah, I think you can. I know you can, actually.
Yeah.
I know you can. It's not I think, but
Yeah.
and granted, it is up to you and wanting to stop as well. So, like,
Yeah.
if you wanna continue smoking, please do it.
Yeah. And I just have this love, hate, love relationship with it. It's just like it's horrible because nothing will ever replace a smoke like cigarette, or like what I
That
mean, like
feel of it going
it's
down
so
and
trashy and
yeah.
delicious, but like it's horrible. I hate the smell of it. I hate the taste of it, but like I love the feel and the action of doing it. It's horrible. It's haunting.
If you ever go to Europe, on their cigarette packs, they show you all of these pictures of people who've like smoked and had these medical problems. So like
Oh
there was one that
yeah.
was like trigger warning. I'm so sorry if this is really,
Mm.
but one was like of an aborted fetus that was black.
Oh. Oh
And
my.
yeah, it was, and it's like these are pictured on all of the cigarette boxes where all of them are very like exaggerated, but it's like this is what happens.
I've seen the pictures of lungs on the Canadian ones, I'm pretty
Mhm.
sure.
Yeah, they will give you different things on
Ugh.
every pack that you buy. They want you to know everything.
Yeah, we just get like, hey, don't do it if you're pregnant, please.
Just so you know, Surgeon General's warning,
Right.
smoking cigarettes while pregnancy may cause birth
But we're
defects.
gonna slap a $2 off coupon on top of it on most packs.
All right, so thanks, Marlboro.
So that was my secret. Smoking too. No, it wasn't.
Okay, I do got a question for you.
Okay, go ahead.
What has been your favorite part about sobriety? What has stuck out to you the most?
I think getting to know myself again in like an authentic way. And I feel like I use that word a lot on this show, authentic and stuff like that. But like it's so true. Just like getting to like pull down this veil that I'd been
Mhm.
creating, because I feel like drinking is like making a virtual scrapbook page over everything, And then once you get it all clogged up, you got to like peel all that down and like see your
Mm.
true self that's underneath everything come through. So
Mm.
like just peeling away all that bullshit that I had taught myself, learned about myself, and holding on to, and like letting go of all that stuff, and just seeing who I am and what I'm all about, and not be so defensive and angry or anything like that.
Mm.
It's a big it's a big
Big change
big
for you.
yay yay in the sobriety.
Yay, yay,
It's
yeah.
a big yay yay moment.
Good.
Yeah, I
I
would say
love
so.
that. I love that answer.
Yeah, thanks.
Yeah. Any
um
other answer would have sucked. Just
okay,
kidding.
question for you.
Oh, ooh.
Okay, I gotta think of one. um when was the last time you felt lonely?
Honestly,
Or
like
you could lie.
I
I'm just kidding.
I had a pretty rough birthday and I felt pretty lonely on my birthday, to be honest.
Mm,
So
that makes me sad.
yeah, it was a long day and a lot had happened that day. So I had schoolwork and some other things that just kind of made the day kind of suck. So
Mm,
overall though, I mean like I'm good. I'm happy to be 29, but I felt pretty
but those
alone.
loneliness.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
It's all right. I got to speak with my mom and dad and say hi to them and everyone. So,
I have a couple birthdays I remember looking back that were just kind of filler.
yeah.
And they just like you don't do anything, or you work the whole day, or just something not non-significant.
And it just doesn't seem I don't know, birthdays it's nice to celebrate, but then at the same time it just like it almost feels like so much work to just try to get people together and hang out and do something. So then it just seems so more stressful just to try to like do something for your birthday as opposed to just eh,
I
letting
get
it
it.
go.
I get
Yeah.
it. And it's like everything takes planning with stuff like that. It's so hard to accommodate people's schedules. We're all at such different points of our lives, and people are doing this and that, and it's
Yeah.
hard to get a group of people together,
It really is. And somehow we did it for Thanksgiving.
We did a little Thanksgiving. This is our third Thanksgiving. We've like had a Friendsgiving.
Third Thanksgiving. That's
Yeah.
crazy. Every
Yeah.
single year that we've moved to Denver. Well, no, you were here a year before me? Were you going on 4 years?
Yeah, I'm going on 4 years.
So this was your fourth Thanksgiving here.
No. Is it?
So we've celebrated every Thanksgiving together.
Yeah. I'm like, oh God, hold on. Let's just do math real quick. I moved here in September of 2018.
So yeah, then you had that year. So the next year was the first year that I came because I came in 2019.
Okay. So we've only had 2 Thanksgivings together?
We've had 3, but you've had 4 here. You've had 4 here.
Oh, yes. Oh my God, my first Thanksgiving here. So
Tell me.
I was still drunky skunk then. So um I had some friends over that lived in Boulder at the time, so because I had just moved to
Okay.
Denver at that point, because I moved here in September of that year, and it was November. That's when Thanksgiving is held, if you didn't know. And I had some friends over, and we decided to do it was my first year in Denver, so we decided to do a stoned Thanksgiving.
Okay.
And we did it pretty easily. We just made infused butter and put the butter in the mashed potatoes, on the turkey, and the
Everything,
stuffing, and the
yeah.
rolls, and the pies. We medicated everything, which sounds like such a badass thing to do for Thanksgiving, but like in retrospect, like whoa. Like
Well, I remember the one time you made us that butter, and it was like
Ooh, yeah.
300,000 THC.
Yeah, it's insane because I took that class before I moved here on how to like make wheat butter and stuff.
Yeah.
Anyway, um but yeah, we dosed the whole meal, and we're drinking heavily the whole time as well.
Oh,
So, yeah, wild.
how many plates did you eat?
I don't remember. I'm sure I
I
ate a
feel like
lot.
that's like one of those feedback loops. It's a positive feedback loop. It's
Yeah.
like you eat more weed and it's like now you're hungry. Eat
Right.
more, eat more.
Right. I also have this thing in my brain too, is like when I taste certain flavors, it can totally turn me off. And like if I taste that like weed flavor in like a savory mashed potato, it's kind of weird.
Interesting.
So I remember just being kind of like, and just kind of like eating fast. Like Trying to like
He's
not.
I don't want to taste
I don't
the
want to get the
weed.
secondhand taste of weed, so just like
I get that. Yeah, I
mm,
wouldn't want that either.
yeah,
That's the one thing about weed products, like the edibles, is like they have that aftertaste that just like lingers, and it's just like in the back of your throat, and you're like, "Ah," and you
yeah.
burp, and you're like, "Yep, yep, it's there."
Same with the Coke drip.
That's more like it's numb. Yep, it's
Yeah.
there.
Like, why is there gasoline in my throat? Coming from my nose.
Oh, right.
Red wine stained gasoline. Oh my god,
Oh,
that sounds like my emo band I could have created in 2004.
red wine stained gasoline. That does sound like a.
The red wine stained gasoline lips. Oh my god. Some
Uh,
69.
Are you going? What is that festival that they do with all the
Warp Tour.
Warp Tour?
No, I'm just going to Melted Tour.
What's
It's not as warped. That's such a bad joke. It's okay to say it.
I didn't get it at first.
Because it wasn't good. Because what's the rule if you have to explain a joke? It's not funny.
I don't know.
Yeah,
Sometimes
there's tears in your eyes, so I think I did something right.
I've been crying all day.
Oh, next question. I know we're doing pretty good on time
We
too.
are.
We're like overtime. I was like, we doing.
We're doing a long episode, you all. Strap
Mhm.
in, hold on, because
Hold
it's
on
about to be
tight.
40 minutes.
Oh my god, do you think
I
so?
don't know. We could do it.
Girl, I'm gonna have to chop it up for content.
We can split it into part 1 and part 2.
Okay, Aubrey.
Yes.
If you had one superpower,
Ooh.
what would it be?
I think it would be the ability to like telekinesis.
Like read people's minds?
Like that and like
Oh
control
wait, no,
things with your
control things.
mind. Yeah.
Yeah, move objects.
Yeah,
Never
because
mind.
then you can do everything. I could be like, well, I'll control myself and float myself.
Oh.
So then I could fly. And
Ooh.
then I could also like control myself to be super strong somehow. I don't know how, but we'll
Yeah.
figure it out.
With mind control,
Yeah, duh.
make people think you're strong.
Yeah, well, yeah, exactly.
Mind control.
Mind control. I'd take it. I think that would be a fun superpower.
Yeah.
Other than that, I would probably go with like super speed.
Fast as fuck, boy.
Yeah, I'd be fast as fuck. Get out of places all over town.
Yeah, you would. Okay. Okay. I like that. I like that.
Yeah.
I like that.
Okay. If I feel like I've asked you this before. Oh, I have, but they don't know.
Oh,
What animal
okay.
would you be if you could be an animal for a day?
It's hard toss up between like a cat or a bird. Just for like the flying aspect of a bird
Okay.
or just like the fun prey and pounce of a cat.
Okay.
Definitely a wild cat. Cuz I'd want to like have that like
So you'd want to be like a
fun-
lion.
or just like a wild street cat.
A wild street cat. I love it.
You
'Cause
know.
I want to explore Denver as a cat.
Memory all alone in the moonlight. No cats? No.
I have never seen Cats, but I
That's
know
okay.
about it.
It's okay.
I know Cats. I
I'm-
just never seen it.
It's okay that you're homophobic.
That's like the fourth time I've heard that in the past week.
It's just funny
I
because
don't watch RuPaul's. I don't.
it's perfect for the show. I bring the bottom energy, you bring the top energy for the show. It's like it gives the
Sports.
it gives good perspective for both sides, though. Both
It
sides of the
really
gay
does.
of the gay side.
Just so you know, there are straight gays. What?
Oh, you mean internalized homophobia?
That's what I mean.
Yeah, if you're mad at gay people for being gay, then you're homophobic.
Amen.
Point blank. Period.
Are you homophobic?
Yes. No, I'm not. That's gonna be taken out of context.
Somehow we're gonna be like, y'all, you have to listen to the reading before, okay?
The
Everything before.
reading.
How did you do that? You just kept it right here.
Just little snap, crackle pop.
Ooh.
I'm definitely have titties right now because I've been eating good.
That's good.
Been eating good.
Yeah, did you eat a lot on Thanksgiving?
I did. I had a lot of stuffing, mashed potatoes, and sweet potatoes. what else was? Oh my god! Also, our friend made a pumpkin ginger pie, and that was
I
really
didn't get
good.
wait, what?
It was really. It
Where
was
was
like
the pumpkin ginger pie?
it was like on top of the dishwasher, like that area.
Yes. Yes. Because, I go check the dishwasher for some
But it
pies.
was like a ginger cookie crust. It was like ginger cookie crust with
Sorry.
pumpkin. It's okay. It's just funny because let's just be real. The audio got cut out for a second. Long story short, so we're having to retell a story that I was just in the middle of talking about. It's always so hard to get that authentically correct. So I'm just like, oh, pumpkin pie, ginger crust.
I'm crying.
But we basically came back to tell you guys bye.
Yeah, you didn't even explain the pie. I need to know the pie.
It had a ginger cookie crust.
That was it.
That's the gag. That's the.
So if you all want a ginger cookie crust,
It was great, delicious. Bye. Oh my god.
I know. I thought you noticed that was done too.
Oh my god. Okay. Well,
So we lost.
we lost the camera too, so the camera shut out too. Damn. What is its problem?
Apparently, 30 minutes. Not.
It had full battery and no.
I know you just put the battery in.
Yeah, and full space. It was saying we're done with this episode.
Anyway, we love you all. Thank you for listening.
Yeah, we have a website, sobergay.com. You can find stuff, leave us a tip. Find us on Instagram, the Sober Gay Podcast.
And if you want to go to YouTube, you can find us at the Sober Gay on YouTube.
Yeah.
Just watch our video because
you can't watch it. We're looking at the camera that's turned off right now. So this will just be dark on the YouTube video, but
watch our video, enjoy us, and like and
along.
subscribe.
Like and Until next time,
stay sober, girl.